Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the 4 a.m. A lot has happened since the last time I recorded. That was only about a week and a half or so ago. I had some problems uploading the last video, but we figured it out and things are on track. All right, so I'm just gonna catch you up briefly about what's happened, and I'm gonna talk for a few moments just about ways to get started on self-development and how you can start building up your own name, building up some extra money, even if you don't have a standard job or a part-time job. All right. But like always, in the morning we've gotten up, we've made the bed. Breakfast was already cooked this time. Had that some pre-ready. We got some pasta, rice, potatoes, some chicken, all of this cooked up, and I think I'm gonna do some oatmeal and eggs today. Usually a good power food. Now, just to talk about the gym too briefly, in the past week of waking up 2 hours earlier than I ever have in my life, I've noticed that I've gotten quite used to it. I have a lot more energy. My morning workouts are going a lot better. I'm waking up at about 4 consistently and I'm not feeling tired. There was one day in the week where I woke up at 6 or 7. I believe it was last Thursday, and I was tired. I had overslept and my body wasn't used to it, and I crashed about 3 hours later than I normally would have. It was in a bad spot. I wasn't expecting it, and it just a little got awkward at work because my boss is talking to me and I'm there like rolling over tired. Um, I'd missed the morning workout that day and I ended up catching up on it all later, explained to him what I was doing and what was going on. He didn't care, there was not a problem there. But yeah, so waking up earlier has actually pushed forward the time that I'd normally be tired. And I have my like 15 minutes of drowsiness almost right as I'm starting work. But that's about the time that I go in to get my coffee anyways, and that's about the time I'm eating again. So I kick myself through that really quickly. The key thing that I've noticed that you need to maintain though, whether working out, at work, whatever it is through the day, is drink your water. You need to drink a lot of water. That's what's going to keep you up. That's what's going to keep you going. And it's overall going to make you feel a lot better and keep your body happy. So yeah, the advantages so far is more energy in my workouts, more energy through the day in general, and I'm not crashing as late. So I'm crashing earlier, I'm getting more done, I'm more productive. The other thing about it is, I've still had to be up till 10, 11 o'clock. Last night I was up till 12 almost because I was on duty again and with the residents, and it just takes a while sometimes before you get settled down and settled into bed. You got some stuff to do. I still have some dishes to do this morning before the gym, and I'm planning to get that done shortly. I'm just going to sit down for a second, and I'm going to talk to you guys about what I mean for building yourselves up. All right, so when I start talking about building myself up, what I've always done to make a little bit of extra money when I needed it is, I guess you could call it self-contracting. You just go out there and use whatever skills you have. So whether you can cut grass, can cut wood or trees, do any sort of general labor, dog sitting, walking, house sitting, babysitting. I know those are all sitting jobs, but you can do literally anything. That doesn't require a license, and that just takes basic skills. Like to babysit, you just need to be a little bit older and you need to know how to cook a few things. As long as you have that responsibility. Please don't just go babysit a kid because you know how to cook and then don't do anything. But what I've been doing is I do lawn care stuff. So I'll cut grasses, I clean eaves troughs. And just recently I made a few extra bucks cutting some wood for a lady. She needs some low trimming in one of her trees and she needed it sawed up. So we got that done for her, and that was extra cash in my pockets. Additionally, I ended up picking up another job at a store called Boathouse, and it was just kind of a unplanned thing. I believe it was like the day of or the day after I recorded the last video. I ended up being at the mall, and manager just saw me there. We were talking, and she liked my energy and offered me a job. So that's been something else I've been having going on the side. But that's just kind of been a build up of who I've been, and a very like fortunate set of timing, because I don't normally go to the mall, and I happened to go on this one day that she starts looking for people to hire. She told me she was planning on doing interviews like the week after, but we got hired. I've worked 3 shifts since then. I got 3 really quick shifts going already, and it's been really good. But in a situation where you don't have the job, you go back to those initial things that I'm still trying to do on the side. You go back to looking at gardening, landscaping, inside cleaning, people always looking for cleaners, something simple that doesn't require a lot of time and a lot of time to develop a skill, but they can get done quickly. Now, if you have some skills, more advanced things, there's the jobs that you can always put yourself out there for are editing, essay help, resume building, stuff like that. Stuff that students need and will always need, and that's going to be in a demand. And for that, you can charge so much money based on the quality of your own experience. So you need to, in that one, you really need to know how much you're worth, because you're going to charge based on that. Whether you're doing $15 an hour basic math tutoring, or you're a university students back where I'm from, when I was looking for tutors at the time, anywhere from $20 to $45 an hour. So you can really see where this starts to add up. And it's a great way, because even though it's inconsistent, it's a good way to put anywhere from $20 to $150 in your pocket really, really quickly. The benefit of this type of work is that as you start doing it more, the person starts using you more. You get called on more, they trust you, and you build up your own name, which is what I was talking about before. So now that you have this name developed, it becomes a lot easier if you're looking for work, because you can just call up the person and say, hey, these are the days I'm available, I'm looking for some work, hopefully we can come to some sort of agreement that you need something done and I can help you out. That's kind of what's going on with this other lady and I. That we had a mutual friend. I was doing some work for him. She liked it, offered me the other work, and we're building off that. Now she has a lot more jobs that she's seen my stuff, what I can do, and that I'm a productive person, that she'd like to offer to me instead of a larger company. People like offering jobs to students rather than bigger companies, because it helps them feel good about it, and it keeps money local, which is a huge issue right now, and that's good for economic growth. Especially if everybody was just hiring college students to do lawn care jobs and stuff like that instead of corporations, a lot more students wouldn't be seeing a less financial struggle, and they'd be learning the benefits of how to do their own finances and how to keep track of things, because you don't have an employer. It's not a paycheck that goes directly into your bank. This is money that goes into your hand and that you need to understand how to deal with, whether the taxes or savings or actually having to take it and go into the bank and talking to the bank. And that leads me to the final point. So for any sort of development financially, you need to understand how to work with your banks. You need to understand the financial aspect. So it's always good to go and talk to your banks. Go talk to your banks, get a credit card, talk to them about what plan is the best. Caught me off guard there. And how you can take this $20 or $100 and build it up. Where can you leave it? People often have bad habits of spending, just bad, careless spending habits. The way that I look at it is, if you buy a $2 Tim Hortons coffee every single day of the year, you're spending almost $700 a year. That's a lot of money, right? So if you're spending almost $700, almost $1,000 a year on coffee, then you can make an extra $1,000 a year just by regulating how much you're spending on coffees or lattes or frappuccinos, ice caps, anything like that. Just eating out, if there's 52 weeks in a year and you eat out at McDonald's once a week, and that's $10 to $15 every week, you're spending a lot of extra money, $500 to $700 more on top of that. So just going out to McDonald's and getting a coffee once a week, and you're spending an extra $1,000 to $1,500 Canadian every week. That's a lot of money. So there's really ways that you can learn to build this up. Your banks can definitely help you by putting it into savings accounts, changing your credit limits, changing how much you're allowed to spend, and creating some sort of plan that really helps you learn and keeps your eye on your own spending. So there's a lot of ways right now, especially as technology advances with online banking, which I am a huge fan of and use a lot, to create some sort of self-development. So recapping on all of that, we got you need to put yourself out there, and you need to start building up your own name, and then you need to start taking care of your own finances, where you're watching over what you're doing, and you have some sort of continual awareness to your surroundings, of being that you're spending or how you could get potential clients, right? Always keep your eye open. Don't think anybody's not a good client unless, of course, they look like a dangerous person. And just to build an ad for yourself. Get some business cards going. I have some business cards right here from my office for work. Just little things, just very simple. My school can print them cheap. Go to a school near you, see if you can use their graphics shop. And yeah, but just post, get your name out there, and guys, you will start finding work. It is a huge asset. The biggest problem right now is that kids don't have work, or they don't have money, and even if you can pick up an extra $100 or $200 a week or month, that adds up over time. And like I said, the best way to make money if you don't have an income is just to save money. You can really improve your overall situation just by saving on small things. Making very minimalistic changes can be the difference. So guys, I hope this kind of helped. Looking forward to the next video. I'm going to try and get them more regularly. And now that I understand posting, a little bit of editing, as rough as it was, it'll make things go a bit more smoothly, and we'll start to see advancements from this point. All right, I'm going to probably check in a little bit later today. This cut was already 13 minutes, so I don't know how long I want it. I know like the last video was way too long, but I'm just trying to put myself out there right now. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm heading over to the gym after I eat, and good luck with everything. Hey guys, so a little bit later than I thought I was going to, but that I was going to get back to you. It's 10:40 now. I was hoping I could have caught up with you guys around 4, but it's all right. So let you guys know what happened. I am right now on duty with residents. I'm covering over for somebody else. They got called in last minute for work. It's fine, it happens. And earlier today, I ended up getting a call from the lady I've been doing work for, and she offered me some money to take care of the wood. That's important. It builds in off of what I was telling you before. You start to build your own reputation, and you start to build a name for yourself, and people start relying on you and calling on you. She was originally going to call a company to do it, but she offered it out to me, and there's an extra few bucks in my pocket as opposed to a big industry. So I'm starting to successfully build a reputation around here. That's what I'm looking to do, and that's been important. On top of that, I forget if I mentioned it earlier, but she's offered me a bunch more jobs, and it looks like there's some potential here to really build up my own name. So I've been because I've been working and consistent with it, I've been able to do all of this. And the most important part of this, guys, I went to the gym this morning and I still got my workout done, because right after I got off of my first job, I was able to run over there, help this lady out, get called. I'm able to cover tonight, and I've worked 3 jobs today, all because I was able to wake up early this morning and get my stuff done. So I think that's a huge asset to waking up early. It kind of proves how important and beneficial it is. And not gonna lie, I felt horrible today. I felt the worst I've ever felt. I couldn't tell you why, but I felt disconnected from my body. That probably lasted an hour or two. I ended up taking a caffeine pill. I'm not huge for coffee drinking, just because it doesn't taste great black, and there's extra sweeteners and sugars and whatever, and that's just my preference. I don't like having to drink it. I'm a water person. But yeah, so I got overly tired. I felt disconnected. But I was able to keep going. I was still able to function. I still was able to efficiently get my own work done and continue on to do the remainder of these jobs. I probably crashed around 10 this morning and was good again about noon. And since then, I've been on this huge peak of energy. I've been great and good and still going. I'm still wide awake now, only a little bit tired. And I've been up for 18, almost 19 hours, just working. Now, I don't know what's going to go on. I was planning on recording tomorrow, but tonight's turned out to be really busy, so we're going to see what happens. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to catch up with you guys, find a few moments just to pop on and record. And I'm going to try and edit this video up tonight to get it posted for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 1st of August, and I think that's going to be the mark of when I say I started the channel. We'll see how everything goes. I appreciate you guys still being with me here. I know the videos are kind of boring. I'm still figuring it out. It's hard to watch just 15 minutes of a guy talking, talking to himself. But there's some big plans coming. I'm telling you that right now. I have some big plans. I have a friend who wants to help me out with some of them. We might go into it together, and it might get really exciting. So stick with me, guys. We're going to get somewhere with this. A bit of an automotive sploof for some of you, if you guys are interested in that, or if you want to learn. I know nothing about cars right now. I spend a better part of my small amount of free time just looking at videos on build series and trying to learn what I can, and I'm getting there. Maybe a project car in the near future, who knows. But I need my own free time stuff, just my downtime. And yeah, everything's going amazing so far. I still think that waking up at 4 a.m. is probably the best thing I've started doing. And guys, we're just going to keep on top of it. So that's it for today's video. You all have a good night now. Any song suggestions, let me know. I'm a big fan of NCS. We need to get a bit of an intro going here. I want to see what's going on. And I don't think I've addressed this yet, but my name is James. The channel's going to be Real James Energy. So I am the Real James Energy. And I think that comes out of waking up early. You got to have your own name, and you got to develop your own bit of momentum and energy. We'll talk about that more later and how I do that. Alright, good night, guys. Everybody sleep well. Keep tuning in. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Make them watch it. I know I'm boring right now. Just make them watch it. Alright, peace out.